Hi everyone, how you guys doing? Sorry. Um uh just to let you know guys, we've been out since morning. It sounds ridiculous, but we've had to leave since morning to go out and try to find see this tissue paper that you see here. It's it looks very simple and very funny discussing tissue, very funny discussing toilet paper, bathroom tissue, when we should be talking about the coronavirus or the COVID-19. But that's the situation that we find ourselves. You know, it's amazing that we we are bloggers, we are online 24/7, we monitor news, lots of news, gets sent to us, and we have to analyze it, we have to check it out, we have to contact people, we have to verify it before publishing. But it's just it's just very funny that when this rush for toilet paper and all of that was beginning, we were busy blogging it. I said, don't touch your mouth. I wanted to clean my mouth, but they said, don't touch your mouth. So I'm going to try to hold off. So we're okay. Anyways, I have this thing in the car. This was the last that I got from the shop, a couple of weeks ago. Then I hadn't even taken it that seriously. Please, can you not call me now? I'm live. So I need to clean the side of my mouth, please. Okay, no vex. So I say I got this last week. This one is just rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol, that's what they call this one. When I went to buy it, there was no more hand sanitizer in the shop. There was no hand sanitizer, there was no alcohol, nothing. So this was one I got. But now, I think it was yesterday that I watched this video about two women fighting inside the grocery store. And, my wife was like, man, this thing is really serious. So that's when I asked her, come, do we have toilet roll in the house? Do we have tissue paper? She goes, let me check. I don't think so. I was trying to buy some last week, and then I just didn't buy. I was gonna order it online, and the next thing you know, she checks, and we discover we just have like a couple of this toilet tissue, and that's when we realized that there was need for us to go buy this tissue. And so she started making calls, and everywhere she called, every single place she called, it was finished. I'm telling you, it just started like a joke. And I had to go out that night to go get some other things. And for sure, lo and behold, everywhere I went to, good morning, Funke Adeyemi. Everywhere I went to, I didn't find nothing. All the shelves were empty. Wow. I couldn't believe this. I mean, this is the first time I'm getting involved, with things like this. I read about people stocking up for a hurricane, flooding, all kinds of things, an earthquake. But I never knew it was going to get to this level. And I'm telling you guys, You don't even wait to understand. You need to, it's not a joke anymore. You need to go and stock up things. One thing you have to understand is the government has a way of, I don't know, deliberately or not, they have a way of not telling you everything as it is. So I'm Bruce Pullen. Yeah, good afternoon to you too. So if with what you're seeing now, just know that there is more that is going on than you know. Hey, Denzel, thank you so much. It's been a long time. We miss you too. How is it in your area? Are you experiencing this thing that we're experiencing? Please let us know. Drop a note. Let us know the situation in your area. Excuse me. But actually, I'm not supposed to do that. Forgive me. This is the way to cough now. Because when you cough into your hand, then you can easily spread it. So even though I don't have it, let me sanitize my hand too. This one I have, it allows you to pour the liquid, and then so whatever I've sneezed into my hand, that one is dead. Okay, but this is the way to cough and the way to sneeze now. And then my own is after that too. Okay, rub the sanitizer over it. It sounds ridiculous, but that's what you must do. That's what you must do. I think people in Canada suddenly woke up when they realized that the wife of our prime minister tested positive. There is a very high suspicion that even the minister himself may have contracted the illness. I mean, reason with me, before they tested her, I remember she started feeling ill. She started having some flu symptoms, that is like fever, headache, and stuff like that. Then she requested to be tested, and when they tested her, they discovered that she has the virus. Before this time, your guess is as good as mine. She had interacted with a lot of people. And who is the closest person that she would have interacted with? It is her husband. You know, she would have had intimate contact with her husband, even maybe slept with her husband. They're husband and wife, nothing wrong in that. So every other thing that has been listed as contributing factor to someone to someone catching the disease or contracting the disease was present between her and our Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau. And then the Prime Minister would have been with his wife a couple of days, been with her, go outside, meet with people, shake their hands, come back home, go out the second day, meet with people. So are you beginning to get an idea where I'm going to? You all saw that also President Trump in America met with some people, and one of the people he met with, that he shook hands with and he had close contact with, tested positive. There's been talk that he doesn't want to take the test, but I think he probably already took the test. And you know, it gets very, very, very scary. Very, 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 very scary. Thank you, G Denzad, for that update. It's making all of us sad here in Canada, and that is why people are rushing to, they're taking more precaution, they're stocking up food. And you ask, why are people stocking up food and stuff? First and foremost is that China is the manufacturing capital of the whole world. More than 90% of the things, and I'm not kidding you, more than 90% of the things you use in your household is probably manufactured in China. And with this whole thing happening in China, a lot of new imports have been stopped, banned from China. China is busy dealing with its citizens, trying to keep them alive. So they're not focusing on manufacturing, on producing. So the things that are coming in from China, if you have need for them, if they're broken, if there are things that you need to replace like supplies, you're probably not going to be able to do anything about it when you run out of them. So that is that's the danger that people are facing now. Okay. Yeah, so that's number one thing. Secondly, is that people don't know what will happen. Shops might begin to close down because more and more people are advised to stay at home. So if people are advised to stay at home, guess what? The people who work in the shops, they also need to stay at home. My wife was telling me about a lady she met in the shop while shopping, and the lady was telling her that, hey, you know what? I have taken work leave because I work in the emergency department, and she's scared of what can happen with this COVID-19 virus. She said they're always exposed to terrible things, but this one, the aggression that this virus is showing is very, very scary. Okay, so that's why she is opting to stay at home in this period. It's not something that is. It sounds like professional misconduct, but you know what? Hey, everybody has their life to live, because I mean, this is why you were doing that job. This is why you took the job in the first place. This is why they pay you more money than a lot of people. And now that there's a call for duty, you now want to run away. Liz Noble, hello to you too. Thank you so much for coming on. So you need to go and stock up everything that you need. But one very important fact that I want you not to ignore is the expiry date. You need to be very, very careful. Since you are buying up things, things that you will normally buy like one or two, you are now going to buy 10 of them. That means you're stretching how long you want to use these things. But guess what? The things on the shelf were designed to be there for the next, some of them 1 month, some of them a few weeks. Something like someone going to buy milk stays like max 2 weeks or so, and you go and stock up many bags of milk and it's gonna expire. So be very, very careful, especially with frozen vegetables and things like that. Please look at the expiry dates. Look at the expiry dates. If you're going to stock up things, I want you to remember that you usually stock up things. Okay, I see. Thank you so much for posting that, Denizat. You have to buy stuff that is able to stay a long time. Buy dried things. A lot of dried food helps. Okay. Fortunately for me, my wife has a lot of our local food. Like we have dried vegetables like bitter leaf. We call it onubu. We have a lot of that. We have even abacha, which is some people say it's tapioca, but it's made out of cassava, like strips of cassava that is dried. We have things like that. We have and we're lucky. A lot of our food is made out of dried dried seeds. So something like the melon seed, egusi, we have that in a large quantity dried. and that can stay for very long. Oil, local palm oil, is able to stay very, very long, more than even the ones that I see here. Palm oil is very healthy. So we're lucky we've had all those things. We recently started importing them instead of just buying from the local markets. We realized that when you import a lot, it's also cheaper for you. And I couldn't believe it. You can import even half a container of food. And somebody will say, Chidi, that sounds crazy. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but yeah, you can import even a barrel. Yeah, you can import it from Nigeria to wherever you are. Contact me and I'll tell you how. One thing with us is we just give out any information that we have. I mean, why keep information to yourself when you didn't invent the information in the first place? And when you die, if you don't give out all you have, you just be buried with it. And how does it benefit humanity? So if you want to know how to import food from Nigeria for your own domestic use, or even for commercial use, call me after and I'll tell you how. My number is +1 647 989 2837. So look out for expiry dates, but as much as possible, we have something like crayfish, which you guys call shrimps, the smaller ones. We have crayfish, it's dried, it can also stay forever. Stockfish can stay forever. Rice, beans, stuff like that. This is it says make sure you have grill and lamps and oil. Just think camping. All right, that's good. She says think like you're gonna be camping. Don't depend on your refrigerator. I've said it before. Don't depend on foods that you're just going to throw into the freezer, because what if things okpa flour, yeah, we got a lot of that. Okpa is something that I think can stay for eternity. Those ones, we don't have expiry date for them. You see, that's why I think the whole world should switch to African food for real, because we just keep things and they're just there. They're there for expiry dates for where? Expiry date. See, when you grill your meat or your fish, can you imagine? Stockfish, have you ever heard about expiry date for stockfish? Have you ever heard of expiry date for stockfish? Stockfish that they will keep and bring it out every year. Anyways, the reason why you cannot depend on your freezer is, what if there's a power outage? What if something like that happens? Seriously, everybody here in Austria are doing big shopping because from Monday schools are going to be closed. Yes, the children are going to be at home from today. Schools are closing. And when the kids are home, they eat like 10 times a day. So your supplies are going to run out so quickly. I'm telling you this. It's not a joke. And it doesn't mean that we lack faith. I'm a Christian. I believe in God. I spoke with a reverend gentleman this morning, actually, Reverend Cannon, and he shared Psalm 91 with me. That is where we stand. We are not afraid of the evil that walks by day or the pestilence by night and all of those things. We are not afraid, and we are not people who live by fear. Okay. But we are bold, and we live by the confidence we have in our belief in God. But you have to do the necessary things that you need to do. Okay, you need to pray, but then again, you need to activate wisdom and apply wisdom. Okay, they say wisdom is the principal thing, and in all you're getting, you must get wisdom and understanding. And wisdom is your ability to know what to read the times. Remember, it is your ability to read what the times say. So right now, what the times says is stock up everything. If you don't have any reason to travel, please stay at home. Find something to do at home. Yes, I know many babies will be produced within this period, but babies are a blessing. So, and then some husbands and wives, as you stay at home, God will help you not to kill each other. Because I heard something, somebody posted a funny thing. He says that I've been with my wife at home for, I've been working from home because of the COVID-19, but I'm not sure that I will survive. I'll survive this thing. If the illness doesn't kill me, one of us will kill will kill each other. It sounds funny, but I know a lot of people, a lot of couples are not able to work together, but you just have to work it out. You have to find something to get your kids engaged. Okay, get them engaged, get them doing something useful. Okay, because I know you're not able to take them out. Actually, you know what they did in Canada? In Canada, they've extended the match break by 2 weeks, and it was just speaking with the Reverend this morning, made me understand the reasoning, the wisdom behind extending. Faith Omorui, good afternoon. Dari Judge, well done. So the reasoning behind extending extending the match break by 2 weeks is a lot of families, a lot of people on TV yesterday. They were showing people at the airport. They didn't cancel their flights. People have already booked holidays outside Canada and outside so many places, but they are traveling to the Dominican Republic, they're traveling to Jamaica, they're traveling to Mexico, they're traveling to all the hot spots for holiday. And yes, so they're going to go there, they're going to make contact with people, they're going to make contact with all kinds of things in the airport, in the plane, in the hotel, in the swimming pool, so many places. Now that I even said swimming pool, it just hit me, because in the swimming pool, people do all kinds of things. People go, they spit inside the swimming pool, they go, they do all of those things. They rub their eyes, and let me stop here. So these guys will go around and they will come back. They will come back with all of the things they've gathered. Then they're going to come back home, because a lot of them have planned for the 2 weeks. So when they come back home, because the holiday has been extended to 2 weeks, they will now have to sit down and quarantine themselves. That was perfect thinking by someone. Initially, I just said, oh, they just extended the holiday. It didn't sink to me, but that's why they want people to come home. Yes, so you planned for 2 weeks for the holiday match break. Now you have to stay extra 2 weeks, so that whatever you're carrying, whatever you're carrying with you that you may have contacted during your holiday, you would have to wait out 14 days. And at the end of the 14 days, if you are sick, then you will need medical attention. And if you're not sick, then we know that you're free. Otherwise, if people just come back from match break, especially kids, they will take it to school, and you can imagine what will happen. They normally come home from school with all kinds of illnesses. Their immune, but doctors have said it's all part of growing up. The more they get exposed to all those viruses, but those ones can be managed. They always come home when school opens. They come with one flu or the other, even when they have flu vaccines, but their body just keeps fighting it, and they get over it, and they build a stronger immune system. It helps them, in their growth process. But this COVID-19 is a terrible one, so they now have to just wait it out at home. Now, this is for people in Canada. If you're in Canada and you suspect that you have, okay, let me talk about Toronto. I don't know if it covers the whole of Canada, but I think so. If you suspect that you have flu-like symptoms, if you suspect that, or you don't know what's going on with you, you have headache, you have all those symptoms, call 811. Don't call 911. Call 811. 811 is a number that has been dedicated to handle COVID-19 emergencies, coronavirus emergencies. If you are in Toronto, I don't know, this might even be for the whole world. Someone could, if you have information, I'm not going to be able to stop this live to go check information, but if you know whether this 811 is your husband is going to Nigeria on the 18th. Okay, check out well. But the good, anyway, I was talking about calling 811. So I know that for Toronto here, if you have any COVID-19 emergency, or that's coronavirus suspicion, if you have any coronavirus emergency, please call 811 and they will attend to you faster. Someone is traveling. Well, if you must travel, please take every extra precaution. Do all the foolish things that you've been asked to do to protect yourself and protect other people. Honestly, this thing, we have not hit the peak. That's the scary thing. We have not hit the peak. And even, why the tissue? I don't know why the tissue, but you just realize that it's not there. Even if you don't believe in the rushing, even if you don't believe in what's going on, you're not going to have it because people have taken it away from the stores. So what are you going to do? You have to go and grab your own. I know I don't believe in all the mad rush. I don't believe in all the panic buying. But you have a family. You're going to need this thing. So it's not going to. It's a funny situation. You're not doing it because you like it, but it's because you just have to do it. Okay. Somebody was asking. Somebody just asked, why is it more dangerous for people who are elderly? It is because they have a lower immune system than other people. Okay. But the good thing, one thing that is happening with Nigeria, and something that is even Africa, people have been asking questions. Why is it not spreading in Africa? Not that we want it to spread in Africa, but what is it that's going on? In Nigeria, they said that maybe it's the heat. Yes, heat is one factor they've talked about, because above 27 degrees, it doesn't survive. And in Nigeria, we have 35, 40 degrees. So it's like you can't even survive there. Okay. Maybe that is one of the reasons why it is not spreading. Have you forgotten Harmattan? Have you forgotten how things dry up? So maybe that's why it's not able to spread in Nigeria. By the way, they discovered a second case of coronavirus. But it's funny. I don't know if World Health Organization recognized that. It wasn't really very popular. And today we're hearing that person has recovered. Say the first person recovered, second person recovered. So I don't even know. And there's been speculations that those ones didn't really have the illness. But what can we say? I can't say no that it is true or false, but that's what we're hearing, that the people have discovered. Say here in Australia, the government said the parents should not allow the children to near their grandparents. Yes, elderly people. You know, it's fun. Even in Italy, the government directed medical personnel to focus their attention on the younger generation. Sounded like a very hard thing to say or a hard decision to take, but you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. They think that since the elderly are already susceptible to this illness, and because of their age, it is more beneficial to save the lives, save everybody's lives, yes, but save the lives of the younger generation first. So that's what is happening. That is what the Italian government is doing. Sounds very mean, eh? But now people have to take drastic measures. In US, Trump has refused to be tested. He's refused to be tested, and people think that is not right. People think that is not good, because when you keep telling other people to get tested, you too, you should get tested. A lot of stars, very important people, are catching the illness. They are testing positive. The wife of our prime minister um, has been tested positive. Somebody like Tom Hanks and the wife have all tested positive. NBA players have tested positive. They've cancelled NBA tournaments all over the place. So many things have been cancelled. In America, even here in Canada, we're supposed to be at an event to showcase African culture, you know. But we just got a message yesterday that too has been cancelled. Our church is not cancelled. They just told us of extra measures they are taking, and they also ask that if anybody is sick, that they please consider staying at home for the safety of other people. And I called another church leader today, and he said, oh, they have not cancelled their own church meeting. All they're doing is just taking precautions. Okay. So it's just the whole essence of doing this video is to tell you guys, I woke up very, very early. Don't tell anybody, but I've not even showered. I just put up these clothes and then rushed out to go catch up with my wife where she already left. Okay. That's why you see me actually yawning. So she already left around, was it 3 a.m.? She woke up and did all she had to do and left while everybody was still sleeping. And so just to let you guys know, it is what it is. The situation is getting worse every day. Just keep your ears open, keep your eyes open. So my brother living in Italy, I'm very worried about him and his family over there. I'm here in the US. Yes, Italy, I don't know why. So I have grocery delivery. Yeah, good for you, Dennis. Good for you. But the funny thing is, even the grocery deliveries online, the supplies are also finishing. We wanted this toilet paper to be delivered to us. They didn't have it. That's a good one. So let's make sure, let's try to use deliveries as much as possible. But something like the food delivery, that one, they fear me. When you accept like the traditional, the old traditional ones that we already are confident and we know, like pizza delivery or stuff like that. But this Uber Eats and all of these other ones, I don't want to give them a bad rap, but if you go online and see what people do with the food, that is crazy. But I understand what you're saying. Then is that the groceries, like the vegetables, the fruits, other canned food, whatever, they are usually delivered, when you order them online in some areas. We have that in Toronto too. So that's a very good suggestion. Please, is there any other suggestion as to what people should do at this period? You must report yourself. In fact, it is dangerous when you do not report yourself when you have this illness, because you can't suffer alone. Some people say, no, I don't want to report it.
so that they won't come there and they won't come there and come and capture me and go and put me in the hospital and isolate me. You are actually doing yourself in. I'm telling you, you are doing yourself in. Don't do it. If you notice you have the disease, the safest thing for you to do is contact the Center for Disease Control in your area, or contact emergency personnel. That's what you must do, so that whatever is, because if you already have the disease, within a short time you're going to start having shortness of breath, because it's an illness, it's a virus that attacks your lungs. And when it goes into your lungs, you find it difficult to breathe, to a point where you may not be able to help yourself. And that is the most dangerous part. So please don't do it. Make sure you you submit yourself. Submit yourself for test, whatever area where you are, so that they can tell you what to do. Submit yourself for test, and if you ever test positive, please. Okay, it says I bought vitamin D and C to boost my immune system. Beautiful. Please buy vitamin tabs. The original one, oh, that's the problem. You have to try and get the original versions of all of these things, because people, I don't even know what to say, but you are not sure of what the guy is doing on your right hand and your left hand. People do all kinds of things. People are producing fake things to sell in this period. So be very, 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 very careful. All right, guys. I'm going to stop here. Thank you so much for staying with us. But please do what you must do. Keep yourself safe. Keep your family safe. Don't isolate. If you're in isolation, make sure there's somebody that you can talk to. The isolation is before. Okay? Isolation is before. But as much as possible, work with whatever is in your locality in terms of medical advice and medical support. Work with them. All right? And God Almighty will see us through this one again. Thank you. Bye bye.